Hi students, welcome to chemistry online classes. In the previous class I discussed about the up to chemical equilibrium part, how to answer the questions. Now chemical equilibrium in that small part is ionic equilibrium. Now in this ionic equilibrium we will study about the acid, base, salt. Okay, before going to discuss about the acid, base, salt, first you should know that electrolyte meaning what is that? The substance which allows the electricity in its aqueous solution. Keep in mind, the substance which allows the electricity in its aqueous solution, that is called electrolyte. Non-electrolyte meaning what is that? The substance which do not allow the electricity in its aqueous solution. Okay. Then what is the condition required for this electrolyte? One is ionic bond required, another is polar covalent bond required. Condition is ionic, another one is polar covalent bond required for this electrolyte. Then only in aqueous solution they will ionize and form cation anion, then only it allows the current. If it is having covalent bond, here polar covalent is there, only covalent bond is there, non-polar covalent bond is there, do not ionize into positive negative charge, therefore they are called non-electrolytes. Non-electrolyte, already you may be studied this in electrochemistry chapter also. Non-electrolyte example for sugar, glucose, urea, etc. These are do not ionize into cation anion form. But example for this NaCl, Na plus Cl minus ionize in aqueous, and this polar covalent bond mean HCl. This is polar covalent bond, therefore this is also electrolyte. And what do you call H2SO4? These are in the form polar covalent. H2SO4, HNO3. These are electrolyte form will come. Strong electrolytes, weak electrolyte this. Another one is CH3COOH. This is weak electrolyte. Electrolyte are not, that is only I am discussing. Strong or weak, later we can discuss. In this electrolyte we have this. So based on this, which is completely ionized, they are strong electrolyte. Which is incompletely ionized, they are weak electrolyte. So completely ionized means alpha is equal to 1. And incomplete ionized mean alpha is less than 1. So based on this concept I will give the one question, find out now. Which of the following is strong electrolyte? Now I am giving here, question is which of the following is strong electrolyte? Option A NaCl, option B AgCl, option C HCl, option D what do you call KNO3. Which of the following is strong electrolyte mean? Now NaCl is completely ionized salt, HCl is also completely ionized in aqueous solution, KNO3 also salt completely ionized. Then this is also AgCl salt, but this is sparingly soluble salt, this is PPT form. In salt analysis already you know that, therefore this is weak electrolyte, not completely ionized in water, therefore this is weak. These are strong electrolyte, this is weak electrolyte. So based on this what you conclude? Weak now based on the weak electrolyte question, what are the weak electrolytes? Option A CH3COOH, option B NH4OH, option D what do you call PbCl2, D all. So these are weak. This is salt, lead chloride, but this is insoluble, it means sparingly soluble, therefore all are weak electrolyte. Those are completely ionized, they are strong. Those are incompletely ionized, they are called weak electrolyte. And next one is which of the following is non-electrolytes? Non-electrolyte, these are the generally option, and A is pure water, B sugar solution, C urea solution, D all. So all pure water is it having conductivity, it is negligible. Therefore pure water is also considered as a non-electrolyte, but don't do this is experiment at home. Whatever is water we are using, that water is having some mineral in that, some ions will be present. If you pass the current, it will be allows the current. So pure water mean distilled water. Distilled water is generally non-electrolyte. We have to consider it having some conductivity but very low. So therefore these are non-electrolyte, therefore option all. Okay, now we know about the electrolyte, and based on their degree of ionization or dissociation, which of the following has alpha less than 1? Option A HCN, option B HNO2, option D HNO3, option A, B, C, D HClO4. Then you should know that which is strong electrolyte, which is weak electrolyte. Strong electrolyte alpha value equal to 1, weak electrolyte alpha value less than 1. So how to identify these are? So I will give strong electrolytes, weak electrolyte. In this strong electrolyte we have strong acid, strong base, and next salt. Weak electrolyte, here I will write weak electrolyte. What are the strong acid? Rank shortcut, remember here, these are very helpful to answer. One is HClO4 strong acid, Hi, HBr, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3. These are the strong acid. Strong bases, lithium hydroxide, according to your textbook this is lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide, cesium hydroxide. These are first group elements. Then second group element here, calcium hydroxide onwards started, calcium hydroxide, strontium hydroxide, and barium hydroxide. Okay, these are nearly 8 is there, these are nearly 6 is there. Salts are which one? Two types are there. One is completely soluble salt, another is sparingly soluble salt. So the sparingly soluble salts are generally weak electrolyte. So which salts generally? Strong acid and strong base salt. Strong acid, strong base salt, and weak acid, like 4 salts are there. What are the 4 salts? Some example directly I will write here. These are the example: NaCl, KNO3, NaClO4, and NaBr. Like this, some example. Weak electrolytes are weak acid, weak base, and sparingly soluble salt. These are weak electrolytes. So other than this, these are strong acid, mean other than remaining all we consider, other than this base remaining all consider weak bases. And these are some difficult. Later you will know that after completion of this chapter, because last part of this chapter is solubility product is there. There you will know that some example of this sparingly soluble salt. So that salts are sparingly, remaining are soluble. So you will know after the completion of this chapter. So this rank shortcut, remember which is strong, which is weak. Then you will easily answer which alpha is equal to 1, which alpha is less than 1, which is electrolyte, which is non-electrolyte. So we know that. After that, acid, base, and salt. Now one question here: red litmus turns to blue. Option A acid, B base, C salt, D none. Red litmus turns to blue, then some students they may remember okay, some students then they will generally they will are in confusion position. Therefore already one rank shortcut is there for this to answer. BRA, brah. Blue litmus convert to red, that is acid. Blue litmus converts to red, that is acid. Here what is there? Red litmus converts to blue, so it's opposite, that is blue to red is acid, means red to blue what is that? Base. Therefore answer is base. So like this, if you remember, then it is easy to answer in examination. If there is no shortcut, means sometimes there is a confusion. Therefore this shortcut you have to note down and answer. All students, I can't tell this is a very good hint for you, but for some student it is helpful. Next, another question. Sour taste, sour nature having which one? A acid, B base, C salt, D all. Which of the having the sour taste or nature, that is acid. Similarly, if removed and they may give bitter taste, which one, and slippery nature, then that is base. So these are the some basics level question for CET level, but competitive NEET JEE Mains level like this simple question will not ask. Therefore this is just basic level. Now we will go for to define acid base. Some theories are there. In that, first one is Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius acid base theory. According to this theory, H plus producer in aqueous solution, that is called acid. OH minus producer in aqueous solution, that is called base. Simple, this much only enough. And next, Bronsted acid, Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. According to this, proton donor acid, proton acceptor base. This is also okay. And next one, third one theory is Lewis acid base theory. According to this theory, electron pair donor is base, electron pair acceptor, that is acid. So we know that definitions of three theories. What is the limitation of this one? Ammonia do not produce OH minus N. Therefore this is a limitation according to this theory, that is not the base. Bronsted theory, according to this theory, AlCl3, FeCl3, they are not acid because they do not produce a H plus N. And according to this theory, H2SO4 is not acid because H2SO4 do not produce do not accept the electron pair, therefore that is not acid. So all theories are having some demerits, therefore all respective we have to answer the acid and base and salt. So keep in mind, so in our in practice many times we are using these two maximum cases, that also will come. So in this chapter maximum cases we are using Bronsted-Lowry theory because proton donor is acid and proton acceptor is base, and it explains the maximum compound acidic and basic nature. And some compounds are having amphoteric also. Amphoteric meaning what is that? Both acidic and basic nature will be there. So based on this, some questions now. Based on this, in acid-base Bronsted acid-base theory, one concept is that is called conjugate acid-base pair. Conjugate acid-base pair mean what is that? They differ by only one proton. Now consider this is HCl, this is Cl minus. In between this, what is the difference is there? Only one proton. If it is acid, then this will be conjugate base. If it is strong acid, gives a weak base. Similarly, keep in mind, acid gives conjugate base and base gives conjugate acid. So in between this, what is the difference will be there? Only one proton will be there. To this conjugate base, if you add H plus, then you are getting acid. Remove H plus, then you will get conjugate base. Add H plus, then you will get the conjugate acid. So this is also very important. And one more thing is, strong acid gives weak conjugate base and weak base gives strong, by the way, acid only, right? Weak acid gives strong conjugate base. Similarly for base also. These statement respect to many question will form, you have to remember. So what is the similarly for base? Strong base gives a weak conjugate acid, weak base gives a strong conjugate acid. That point, if you want, note down that. And one more point is acid base reaction. Acid base reaction always proceed from strong acid to weak acid or strong base to weak base. This is also very important for competitive exam. So if based on this points, we have the many questions. So first I will remove this. Question is, which of the following is not Arrhenius acid? Not Arrhenius acid. A. HCl, B. H2SO4, C. Proton acceptor is NH3, and D. What do you call? Cl minus. Like this is given, then you have to answer. Which of the following is not Arrhenius acid? Otherwise we can write this is, because only one option correct I mean. HNO3 consider. Now this will be H plus producer in aqueous solution, acid. This is also acid, this is also acid. This is acid according to which one? Bronsted-Lowry theory. Proton acceptor is proton donor is acid, proton acceptor is base. So this is not a acid, but according to Bronsted theory, now consider NH3, it convert into NH2 minus, so it donate the proton, therefore it is also act as a acid, also act as a base. Now H2O, it donate the H plus, therefore OH minus plus H plus, like this. So these are can donate the proton and also accept the proton. NH3 plus H plus, then this is converted into NH4 plus H2O plus H plus, then this converted into H3O plus. Therefore these are in amphoteric in nature. So which of the following is amphoteric? Amphoteric is option A ammonia, option B NH3, option C OH minus, option D all. If like this question is given, then other which of the following is not amphoteric given, that time here none option may be given, then you have to answer. So according to Bronsted theory is, what is a acid, what is a base? Now keep in mind NH3 is H2O, then it is H plus donated to this, then it is NH4 plus plus OH minus. Then ammonia accept the proton, then it is acid and donate the H plus, therefore that is base also. So already we know this is amphoteric. Sorry, both time I wrote NH3, one is water. There this is both are amphoteric. OH minus is amphoteric or not, you have to check. According to Bronsted theory, OH minus. According to Bronsted theory, H plus donor is acid. If it is donated H plus, then it is O minus 2 plus H plus. H plus donated, no problem. It accept the H plus. Then this will be converted into H2O. So this is amphoteric also. Therefore, all are amphoteric according to which one? Bronsted theory. This is according to Bronsted theory. Then, for example, H3PO4, it has how many amphoteric ion? Like this question they may ask. Question is, what is it? How many amphoteric ions? How many amphoteric ions? Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4, like this may be given. Then you have to answer. How to answer? Bronsted-Lowry theory, you know that H3PO4 ionize into H plus plus H2PO4 minus. Here how many protons are there? 3. Here 1 proton difference between these two, because this is loss. Again this one H2PO4 minus lost 1 proton and convert into HPO4 minus 2. HPO4 minus 2 again lost proton, then it convert into PO4 minus 3. To this if you add, then you will get back. So this one act as, this acid means this is base. For this again there is no loss of H plus, therefore this is only base. This is conjugate base. This is acid, but here H donated, therefore this is acid, this is base. So it act as base, act as acid. So here it is donate H plus, then it is which one? Conjugate base, this is acid. So here conjugate base, but here what is that? Acid, because acid gives a which one? Conjugate base. So acid base, like this, 2 are there. Okay. Therefore, how to identify in examination fast mean, you can consider HNA. This is plus, this is anion. So N minus 1 is a number of amphoteric ions. How many amphoteric ions are there? This is amphoteric, this is amphoteric. Clear? Therefore, answer is 2. N value how much here? 3. 3 minus 1 how much? 2. So, rank shortcut, remember this is very important to answer. Number of N minus 1 is equal to, for if this type of formula is there, HNA, if like this formula is there, N minus 1 is the amphoteric ions and N is number of, N is equal to number of salt form and N minus 1 is equal to number of acidic salt form. This rank shortcut, remember, easy to answer for CET level to JEE and mains level. I will already given number of amphoteric ion, now salt. For example, this is H3PO4 is there, react with the NaOH. Then what happened? 1H, 1OH loss, and this will be NaH2PO4 plus H2O form. Then H plus produced in the second step mean what you call that is amphoteric. Next this acidic salt, because here H plus also it can donate. Next one NaH2PO4 again ionize in presence of NaOH. This Na2 and H, 1H loss, 1H and OH, H2O form, and this will be PO2 here, PO4. Next Na2HPO4 plus again NaOH, then this will be Na3, Na plus 2 Na3, and this will be PO4. How many salts formed here? 3 salts are formed. 1, 2, 3. Therefore number of salt formed is equal to N. N is equal to how much here? 3 is there. Therefore 3 salt will be formed. But acidic salt how many is there? This is only salt. There is no H in this formula. Therefore this is only salt, but these are acidic salt. First step, what is acidic salt? Na2H2PO4 ionize into this one. Na2HPO4 ionize into 2Na plus HPO4 minus 2. Like this it will be ionized. In first step like this ion form. In second step this HPO4 minus 2 ionize into H plus PO4 minus 3. So the salt which produce the H plus ion in the second ionization, that is called acidic salt. Therefore these two are acidic salt. Acidic salt is equal to what is the number of amphoteric ion is equal to number of acidic salt. So like this question also will ask in the competitive exams. So you have to remember, and it also useful in the salt hydrolysis concept, also useful, and also in the buffer solution. So you have to remember this concept. So now we know that strong acid and strong base. Now based on this, according to Bronsted theory, which of the following is a strong base? Strong base. Question is, which of the following is strong base? Option A Cl minus, option B I minus, and option C NH2 minus, option D, 1 minute, I will write this F minus first, and this is CH3 minus all equal base. Then how to answer this is, acid gives conjugate base. Now for this add H, then this is HF, add H, then this is CH4, add H, then this is NH3. This is very clear. Then already we know that electronegativity increase, acidic nature increases. Therefore this is right side element HF, then this is NH3, then this is CH4. So acidic nature increase, like this mean this strong acid gives weak base, then this weak acid mean it gives a strong base. Therefore strong base option is this one. So how to answer like this question given mean, this type of question also asked in this chapter and also in the organic chemistry. Therefore if like this question given mean, always add H and decide their acidic nature. If you know strong acid, this gives a weak base, and weak acid gives a strong base. Therefore this is a strong base. So like this question many are there in the organic chemistry based on this concept. Similarly now here also given option A, which is a weak base, then here F minus, B Cl minus, and C Br minus, D I minus. Then which is the weak base? Then always like this given mean add H to this given ion. Therefore H and F, HF, H and Cl, HCl, H and Br, HBr, H and I, HI. Then bond length increases, easily break down, therefore easily produce a H plus. Therefore that is strong acid. So top to bottom strong acid, this is strong acid gives weak base. Therefore this is weak base. So like this you can answer. Next, based on the Lewis acid base theory also,